first time in the history of Nigeria we have seen a political party creating a militant arm leading to election.
Yesterday you said the man was corrupt, said he was weak, said he messed us up. You shut it loud on every TV screen, said Nigeria deserves a better king.
In trying to remove Jonathan,
your fist, said the mandate was stolen, you couldn't resist. You
there were
lion bold and loud, now you whisper the opposite before the crowd.
That were from the Sahel region, that were imported into Nigeria, and a former chairman of ADC made that statement.
To the gate of Asorak, suddenly the tune changed on the clock. The same man you said would never change, now you praise him like he's heaven sent. You used to sing the people's song, now you dance where the big men belong. Yesterday you spoke for the land, today you clap for the rulers.
You said it was so corrupt you couldn't eat food for 3 days.
I never said that. Where?
These hungry charlatans know the truth. They know the man they are trying to defend is indefensible. So they lie, they deny, we know them all. Reno, Mokri and others, they twist the story just to cover the shame. But the insecurity in the land is louder than their speeches. The hunger in the streets is louder than their propaganda. The pain of the people sticks louder than their empty rhetoric. Nigerians can see through the cover-up. They hear beyond the loud threats. You cannot deceive them anymore. Two mouths, talking left, talking right. Yesterday you fought the power, today you join the fight. Two mouths, we the people understand. Yesterday you said it's stolen, today you say we must stand. Now you defend what you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this broadcast. As it is in the news that breaking Supreme Court rules in favor of David Mark faction in ADC leadership. This news is coming in the moment where we have already started thinking about it. We know that this is the way it's going to go. And look at, Nigerians are already rejoicing. But today we are going to look into what we titled as the bondage, the 4 years bondage that people called the regime change. The 4 years bondage that the people called the regime change. So today I have a guest in the house that we are going to discuss it together. I understand that a lot of people are trying to renew their hope. When I mean people renewing their hope, I'm talking about people thinking that, oh, we're about to enter 2027. Let us go and push. Let us go and vote. Let's go and do this and do that. What will happen at the end of the election or at the end of the administration that is making people to jump up now is the puzzle that we are going to discuss in this broadcast. In the year 1999, when Obasanjo emerged as a democratic president, well, a lot of people said, yeah, thank God the military regime is over. Nigeria is about to grow well. Everything will be in order. No more dictator, no more this, no more that. Like they said, no more, what is it called? Suppression of free speech and of press. People were rejoicing. Little do they know that military regime will be far better than what they were about to see. So Obasanjo started. Before you know, you started hearing something, another thing from the north. Sharia crisis started. This thing is going on this way. This thing is going on this way. People started saying, no, we don't need Obasanjo again. Obasanjo came back again for the second term. After that, Yar'Adua came. People were seeing Yar'Adua as a good man, of which me personally see Yar'Adua as a good man. But people also feel that his good was not enough. Now, before you know, 2 years, Yar'Adua died. Jonathan entered. Jonathan was also a good man. But every head knows they started sponsoring insecurity. Boko Haram started, their plan to take over Nigeria and impose Sharia. Things started going wrong. So people say Jonathan must go. Jonathan is evil. Buhari came to the picture. So many people, including Nigerian pastors and priests, like Father Mbaka, this redeemed pastor, what is he called? There are so many people. So they started saying Buhari is the God sent, Buhari is the God sent, Buhari is the God sent, Buhari came. When Buhari started running, every head knows. People started hoping again. Oh, next year, next election, we are going to remove Buhari. Buhari is evil. Buhari is evil. Give us Atiku and Pitobi. Atiku and Pitobi came, they failed. Buhari continued. Then after Buhari, they said, no, never shall we see someone like Buhari. Tinubu is a master strategist. Let Tinubu come. Tinubu transform Lagos. Tinubu will transform Nigeria. my dear people, here we are with Tinubu's administration. Everybody's now saying, no, Tinubu must go. We need a new person. We need a new Nigeria. I am still laughing. You know why I'm laughing? This is because we have studied the situation in Nigeria, and we have discovered that political regime change is not the hope of the people. And in next year, no matter the way the election goes to, people will now begin to see what we have been saying for years. You know that the present youth we have now, most of them started participating in election either 2015 or 2019 or 2023. Many of them have not studied the political landscape in Nigeria. So, dear viewers, what is your opinion? Do you think that this political regime change is something that is going to save you? For me, I said totally no, because the people who are sponsoring insecurity cannot give you security. And 99.9% of federal politicians in Nigeria have been indicted to sponsoring insecurity. So where do we go from here? Anyway, we have someone in the house here who also help us to, dissect this topic. But for that, let's take a listen.
Like I said, we know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as a government?
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher.
It is something that we are trying to all put our heads together. That is why, from what I can do as a governor, to have this CPG as a first line of defense. Of course, military are there, police are there, as well as civil defense, but they are not under my control. They are under the control of...
Oh, they are under the control of the federal government. So, the military is not in his control, but the military is in the control of the federal government. This is what the incumbent governor is saying. And you know the reason why he's making this statement? He's making this statement because he's just trying to tell you the federal government are responsible for the insecurity, so it's not in my care. Anyway, welcome, our guests. Introduce yourself to the viewers, and let us start from there. You have the mic.
Thank you so much for having me on this your platform. I must appreciate you for the good work you have been doing to Nigerians at large, because both the one in diaspora in Nigeria, we are watching you, and we are grateful for what God is using you, knowledge God is using you to dish out to the people. You know, my name is Yusuf James. I am from the Middle Belt part of Nigeria, from Kogi State preside, and I also analyze Nigeria issue on my platform, which my platform is The Waymaker, which is DEWAYMAKER, The Waymaker, which is DE. You know, it is quite unfortunate in Nigeria today that we don't like the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is what you just said. Now, I've already said it that, sir, many Nigerians who are ready to tell them, who are ready to listen to the truth or accept the truth, we know that election is not solution to Nigeria problem. I say it anytime, any day on my channel without any fear of anybody. As you have said so far, as you have said everything you have said so far, my father gave me hope that I am part of the future leaders of tomorrow, that Nigeria will be great. Here I am, I have also given birth to children. You are asking me to still give the same hope to my children. Who does that? Let me start. In 1967, January 4 to 5th, there was an agreement, Aburi Accord, which they went to Ghana, the whole meeting, then the late Ojukwu, and Gowon, which is still alive today, a Ministry Head of State then, they had a meeting. They all agreed that the way forward for Nigeria is regional government. Yakubu Gowon came back to Nigeria. He allowed people to brainwash him. They told him he should not listen to Ojukwu, that if regional government, if he allowed regional government, the center will be too weak. That is how Ojukwu break the agreement they have. Today, as I'm talking to you, God has a reason why he preserved the life of Yakubu Gowon, for him to see the evil he has caused. I will tell you that the agreement was held 1967, January 5th, 4 to 5th. The Biafra War, which is called Civil War, happened the same 1967, July, and it ended 1970, January 15. How I wish Yakubu Gowon respect the agreement they have in Aburi Accord. You will have agreed with me that there will have not be anything called Biafra War or the Civil War, which I always tell my audience. Stop saying that Ojukwu is the cause of the Biafra War or the Civil War. No, it is Yakubu Gowon who is alive today. I believe you have listened to his recent interview. The reason why they triggered what they did, because they
that
feel
it
that the
is
South
because of
have the
oil. That if Biafra go, that the oil will be too much, oil power will be too much for them. Maybe they could conquer another territory. That is the reason why they went out for war.
Thank you, my brother. And you could see, in all ratification, that these people does not mean well for them. Now, after that, after the Biafra War, everything they did, they lie, they did everything. They carve out what they call today South from the Southeast. Let it be on record that there's nothing like South. It's all about politics. They are playing with politics, right?
Yeah, go on.
All
Sorry
is
to cut you short.
origin,
Go on,
certain
still
part
make
of
the
it.
statement. Go on, still make the statement. He said the reason why they created more states like Port Harcourt, Delta State, all those places is because they want to reduce the power of the old Eastern region. So it's out of reducing the power of people in the East. That is why they created the South region.
Well, I think even most of us believe that it's too late for him coming out to be saying all these things. And it is still better for him to clear his conscience before he meets his ancestors. As I proceed, you could see with all of these things has caused a lot of things in Nigeria today. Now, after the war ended, Yakubu Gowon, which is the man in charge then, said, no victor, no vanquish. Igbos should come together. Let them form one Nigeria. I want to let it be on record today that since 1999 up to down, no Igbo man has been allowed to be a vice, to be a president in Nigeria. The only position they could able to manage, and they still use them against themselves, is during Obasanjo as a Senate president. That's the highest level they have attained since 1999. It's on record that after you just explained, after Obasanjo 8 years as a president of Nigeria, then he hand over to Yaradua. He picked his vice, which is Jonathan. Jonathan is not from Southeast because they are the one that divided, that said there is difference between Southeast and South. He picked Jonathan from South. At the end of the day, health challenges would not allow Yaradua to complete his tenure, and that is how Jonathan became the president of Nigeria. We knew how it all ended. After then, the 2015, Jonathan tried to contest to make his tenure 8 years, but the Northerners, they stood with this help of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The rest of them, Amechi, who they gang up against Jonathan. Then I was telling you that we are one of the best in Africa. The economy was booming. Jonathan did every available means to end the same this Boko Haram which they cause. Because let it be on record that even the vice president of Nigeria today, it was during his time the Boko Haram started. And Jonathan did every available means, but they can't go up against Jonathan. They truncate the effort of Jonathan. Even most of the governors from the north, they went to America to go and meet Obama because they colluded with Obama then, and they asked Obama not to sell weapons to Nigeria to defeat the Boko Haram. If you remember, Jerika, if I pronounce the name well, he was doing everything available means to end Boko Haram. Then the Northern Caliphate were busy shouting that Jonathan want to eliminate the North. And this is the reason, if I'm analyzing on my channel today, I say you will hardly discover, you hardly separate Boko Haram and non-Boko Haram in the North. Because as stand today, you cannot differentiate them. It looks as if all of them, they are in the same course, they are in the same page as it stand today. Then if you look at all these things that is happening, in 2023, made the soul, okay, before 2023, in 2015, they did everything and Buhari, they packaged Buhari for us. Let it be on record that Tinubu knows that Buhari has nothing to rule Nigeria, but because of his selfish desire, he knows that it is through Buhari he can become president of Nigeria. They impose Buhari on Nigeria. Not up to a year or 2 years. Illness starts. They keep lying to Nigeria and all that. It has now been a bygone. That after the 8 years rascality, after the 8 years of not even backwardness, Buhari took us to our unknown destination. Because these terrorists, everything that is happening in Nigeria today, they all started from Buhari government. At the end of it all, Buhari ended his 8 years. On a normal sense, you would think that Yoruba have contributed their effort in Nigeria and Hausa Fulani. It has not yield us the result we want. Then we have three ethnic groups in Nigeria, which is the Yoruba, the Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. In a normal sense, you will say, okay, let's try this particular tribe. Since we have tried two, if you are a man, you marry 3 wives, and out of your 3 wives, you have been trying to, 2 are not giving you. You want to try the 3rd one, if the 3rd one can give you. That's why may the soul of Pa Ayo Adebanjo continue rest in perfect peace. He was one of the elder statesmen in the Southwest who stood against all in 2023. That for peace to reign, if you since you people don't allow these people to go, let's try this tribe. And let me remind my audience that people who supported Peter Obi in 2023 did not support him because he was an Igbo man. He was being supported because he earned it. The integrity speaks for him. When the Bible says good name is better than riches, a lot of people really understand what the scripture means by that. Because I keep saying it, if we are to be like somebody like Rocha Tokorocha or Jikalo of them all that will be presented in 2023, nobody will stake his life for them just because they are Igbo. It is the integrity of Obi that speaks for him.
Even though Ojuzo Kano is my brother and he is coming out for president. That time, like 2023, 2019, that time that I used to, front all these things, I would not even support him.
All right.
So it's not about tribe.
No. So, even in that 2023, I keep saying it, I respect Peter Obi. Obi is one of the finest politicians in Nigeria today because you will give him his flower. You bring any other politician that can be pressing the ruling party neck, and yet they cannot EFCC or any other security agent to pin him down. It is only Obi that can do it. Ngige tried. When he saw that what Tinubu is doing, he doesn't like it. He wanted to align with Peter Obi. The moment they saw the handwriting, you see what they did to him. Just 5 days in Kuje prison. Ngige go and align with them and attend their meeting he has never attended for a long period of time.
You understand?
Yes, because this one they know they have cockroach in their cupboard. But Peter Obi is good, but it's not a solution to Nigeria problem, my brother. I know a lot of viewers might be disappointed with my opinion today, but this is my opinion. Even before 2023, I used to analyze it on my channel. I say Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Tinubu, they are not the solution to Nigeria problem. Now, Tinubu, that a lot of people believe so much on, they say, oh, Tinubu is a master strategy, just as we have said, he built Lagos and all that. Look at where he has ended us today. My brother, I will shock you.
Master strategist in my foot.
My brother,
You
I
know?
will shock you that even this Peter Obi, people are craving for today. You want to be a president. Obi will be there. Obi will be frustrated out of that place. The solution to Nigeria problem now, let the world hear that what we need, since these people don't want regional government to happen in Nigeria, let everybody go on their own separate way. See, the politicians know what they are doing, my brother. Before APC came in 2015, they promised Nigeria. They said they know the problem of Nigeria. And the problem of Nigeria is regional government. They say the moment they give Nigeria regional government, 80% of our problem will be solved. When they came, all throughout 8 years of Buhari, did they have any regional? Did they bring any regional government? No, they didn't allow it. Tinubu is almost spending his 4 years now. Even the state police, it does not nothing. It's to tell you that election is not our problem. Just as you have said, every 4 years we keep jumping out. But you know the joy in it now is that we that are living in Nigeria is like a graveyard now. My brother, people are hungry. People cannot even move from their houses. People cannot even go to work. As I speak to you now, a liter of fuel now is 1,004, depending on where.
And the average on that, because they need to write the names of the people that are going to give 10,000 naira so that they can queue behind them and all those things. They are weaponizing poverty for this cause. Now, I understand that every human being is a political person in nature. Let's take for example that Nigeria is a country that gives you a level playing field. When I see Nigerians in America, in Canada, in Europe, in London, who are moving well politically, like they win election easily, even though you don't have money, if you have reputation, you have good name, this is what it takes to win election in most of the countries. But in Nigeria, if you want to come out for Senate, you must have at least 1 billion naira. You're going to House of Rep, you must have like 700 million naira. They have amount by amount you are going to spend. Who are they spending all this money for? I was talking with one of my friends. I said, you will see a local government chairman who knows that his 4-year salary is not up to 50 million. His 4-year salary is not up to 30 million. But the same local government chairman during election will spend 500 million to lobby to get there. So what is making him to spend such money? This is because there is something that they know that a lot of people don't know. That is, they are going to use the money for your hospital, the money for your security, the money for your good road. They will use all these things to pay back the money they borrowed. So this is the current situation. And, you know, the reason why we are talking about this topic, that 4 years of bondage called regime change, is because just like, as I mentioned from the beginning, since 1999, every 4 years, there is noise. I'm hearing noise on the background. I don't know where it's coming from. Every 4 years, maybe. Every 4 years, people try to renew their hope. Every 4 years, people will come out to say, oh, Nigeria is going to be great. Let us come and remove this person. What happened after the election is what I want Nigerians to remember. What happened after Obasanjo election? What happened after Yar'Adua election? What happened after Jonathan election? So these are the things we are going to be remembering. What happened after Buhari's election? What happened after Tinubu's election? The same thing is still going to happen after 2027 election. So now, a lot of people are asking questions. So what do you think is the solution right now? Like, how do people, like, the Aburi Accord you are talking about now, that they went to Ghana to sign, you know, Gowon is still alive. He's talking about it. And as you know, they did not implement it. So the question people are asking now, how can people rise to make sure that all these things are implemented? Or if they want to amend constitution, put referendum to conduct a referendum, all those things you are talking about. So would they put it inside the constitution? Who will do that? So that is the question people are asking you.
Okay, thank you so much. The Bible, I believe you are a Christian, and we have a lot of Christians viewer who are watching us, viewing us this evening or in this morning, depending on where they are. The Bible says, if the foundation is being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The righteous have to destroy the foundation and rebuild the foundation. As a stand, the foundation of Nigeria is faulty. They build Nigeria in a deceived manner, a deceived way. And this is the reason whatever you try to build on faulty foundation, it cannot stand. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is nothing but the truth. They are persecuting that young man because they believe that they want to stop them from not benefiting. Now I'm going somewhere. If you look at it now, you are an Igbo man, you live in abroad. I am very sure that if today that Nigeria decide to divide, where we have Yoruba nation, or let's say not even divide, or we have a regional government where we have a Yoruba Republic, we have a Biafra Republic, the Arewa Republic, where everybody control their resources just like the America. The America we are copying democracy for, because Donald Trump cannot just wake up now and go and decide what is happening in Florida or in any other states. Everybody is entitled to their state. I think I'm right. If we have such kind of thing in Nigeria today, my brother, you want to come home to come and invest in your home. As I'm talking to you today, nobody holds Nigeria. Igbo man does not hold Nigeria. Yoruba does not hold Nigeria. Hausa is not hold Nigeria. What is the meaning of Nigeria in Igbo name, in Igbo language? What is the meaning of Nigeria in Hausa? And so this is the reason why Fulani Caliphate from different Africa countries are coming into Nigeria to come and grab Nigeria by all. You are the one that is doing the analysis. They are everywhere around us. They are in Ekiti. In 2012, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said these people's agenda is to Islamize Nigeria. They are jihadists, they are planning, they are doing everything. Even many Igbos men, they insulted him, they poured speed on him. We have invested so much in Nigeria, you can't tell us now that we should leave Nigeria. But today, the reality has done on us. So many lives have been wasted. Now, Tinubu told us yesterday, he said he's a stubborn politician. Nobody should think that they can use buying people to
Insecurity.
threaten him, unlike people to threaten him.
Yeah.
My brother, what is trying to tell you that it's not a Jonathan type, that whatever they like to do, let them do it. And this man is a strategic politician. He knows what he's doing. You see this issue, he knows that if I said it on my channel day before yesterday, my brother, if a political party, maybe opposition party now pick me, Yusuf James, to contest with Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, I might not be popular, but I will defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know why? Because people are tired of his regime. He himself knew that he has lost credibility. That 8 million votes they gave to him the last election, if today they do the election today, free and fair election, he will not get 3 million. Because even the region where he comes from, a lot of people are angry with him. He's not getting his thing right. As I speak to you, you can see most of the thing he's doing. Even most of his supporters are not, they don't like it. So what am I saying in essence today now? Divide Nigeria to save life. Many lives are being wasting on a daily basis. You see, they are on a life numbers of people they do, but the government are not talking anything about it. Let me shock you.
So that is the question. That is the question they are asking you. How would they do that? And if they do that, you are from Kogi State now.
Yes.
Where are you going to be if they do that? That is question number 2. Then the question number 3 there is that why is it that it is only the Yoruba-speaking Kogi State that Fulani herdsmen or terrorists, as they call them, are wiping out?
Thank you for this question. Let me answer the first one. You said if they divide Nigeria today, for instance, I am from Kogi State, from Igbira. Where are we going? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it clearly. It's this true referendum. The Kogi State where I came from, we have over 10 states that they cut and joined everybody together, the adults. You just said it now. They are Yoruba part of Kogi State. These are the people, ordinarily, some of them from Ondo, some are from Ekiti. If Nigeria is divided today, my brother, as you are there now, even in the southeast where you came from, your language, you know your language, my brother. You don't need anybody to tell you where you belong. In Kogi State, as a start today, the Igbira people know where they belong. Do you understand? I also did this analysis, and somebody sent me a message from the north. He said, "Why are we not consider people from the north? We are only calling for division. If Nigeria divide today, where are the people of the north, Christian north? Where are they? What will be their fate?" My brother, even as they not divide now, are they not still killing people? Are they not still killing them in the north? See, let's be realistic to ourselves. Today, as I'm talking to you now, there are many Nigerians living in Ghana. There are many Nigerians living in other places. You are living in Italy now. Are you not Nigeria? Today, if Nigeria divide, nothing stop you to come and invest in Yoruba land. Nothing stop a Yoruba man not to go and invest in Igbo man. But they know the norms and norms. You cannot go and violate their law. But in Nigeria today, we are in Nigeria today, we have two constitutions that govern us. There are some people that believe in Sharia, that Sharia law is the ultimate. If you want to use Nigeria constitution to judge, they say no. What kind of country is that, my dear brother? What kind of country is that? Allow everybody to go on the peaceful way. If you don't want people to divide Nigeria into three, divide into 6. There are some countries in Europe that are not up to 1 million, and they are doing far better. What I'm telling you, that if you like, bring Donald Trump, bring Benjamin Netanyahu, join them together to come and rule Nigeria, the current Nigeria, they will fail woefully. I said this some times ago. If you bring Angel Michael from heaven to come to Nigeria, to come and be president of Nigeria, Angel Michael might likely return back to heaven, because the foundation of this country is faulty. It's built on lie and deceit. We need to tell ourselves the gospel truth. Many of our people in the diaspora today, they are tired of where they are. They want to come home to come and invest. But they don't have country to come and invest. A country where Fulani from Niger, Fulani from Senegal will tell you that they hold the country. How can a 30 people bring arms to come and pursue the whole village? And nothing has been done about that. It's to tell you that even the Britain who hand over this country to them, they know what they are doing. That is why it's not a shocking to us today. With everything that is happening today, the Britain have not taken any step to speak or find a way to end this thing. Because in all of this thing that is happening in Nigeria, they are gaining more from Nigeria. Until we stand up and we say enough is enough, the only solution to Nigeria problem is not election, is to divide Nigeria. Let everybody go on their own separate way.
All right. Now, the major question, the hub there is, people are asking, how do we do this thing now? This thing you are saying, how are we going to do it? Or if you're in the position to do it, like, how can you? Because so many people who are the victims of insecurity, who are the victims of all this economic hardship and so on and so forth, they understand and they want the real solution. That is some of these things you are talking about. Now, the powers that be, the political elite, the business moguls in Nigeria, they don't want what you are talking about. They don't want it. So, how can these people who are making the decision that is impoverishing the people, how can they change their mind to understanding that this is the way to go? Because the reason I'm saying this, you first of all talked about Aburi Accord, that everybody knows that if they had implemented the agreement of Aburi between Gowon and Ojukwu, today we will not be talking about what we are talking. If they have done restructuring before now, Nigeria will not go back to this extent. Remember, right from 1999, they have been talking about restructuring. Anybody agitating today started from issue of restructuring. Even in the Southeast, when Nnamdi Kanu came out, Nnamdi Kanu was asking simple question: why is the Southeast not having a major seaport? But during slave trade, there was an international seaport, even down to Imo State there, where they take slaves out. Why is it that Warri Seaport is not functioning? Why is it that Port Harcourt Seaport is not the major seaport in Nigeria? Why are we not having rail line? So, like he was talking about the issue of restructuring and, a good power sharing. But after time without number, when the government failed to attend to those things, every year things are getting worse. Every year the terrorists are getting more power. Every year the terrorists are distributing. So never by never at a time, he said, no, the time of restructuring has passed now. That we have, in fact, we're already at the point of Rubicon, a point of no return. At this point, no matter what you do again, this thing cannot work again. So if they had done all these things right from the beginning, nobody will be here talking, a different story. People will not be dying. Like as I speak to you today now, more than 42 people died today from terrorism. Nobody even care anymore. I mean, nobody care anymore. Like, it seems that, human beings are valueless. So what you are actually saying, is the real truth. But how do these people come to understand? Tell me what is going to happen to make all these people that are holding Nigeria in bondage to let lose their hand. What do you think that is going to happen?
Okay, thank you so much. Nigeria is not the first country to break up. There are so many countries that have break up for the past. We can go and take a lesson from them, learn what they did. The Bible said right from the time of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffer violence, men of violence take it by force. What belongs to you, don't expect somebody to just give you on a platter of gold without fighting for it. And we Nigerians say enough is enough. We can no longer take this. We are in a country whereby not up to 5% of the populations have whole 95 people ransom that we cannot breathe. And we cannot continue bearing it all in the name of, if Obi come, Obi will salvage the situation. No. Nigerians should rise up. And that's why I'm saying that if we have somebody like, what is killing us in this country? Because people just self-centered money. If we have people like 6 people like Mazen and Bekano, we will have get it right since. But mind you, you can see Sunday Igboho, you can see if we have people like Mazen and Bekano who are not coming just because of their self-center, because of money, they are coming for the pain of the people in heart. We will achieve this, my dear brother. It's not a rocket science. Many countries have done it. And Mexico was with the United States of America. How did they depart? How did they know their boundary? These things, if we decided to do it, we do it. And come to talk about how do we pressure the leaders. The leaders are also feeling the heat now. Let me tell you, I said it. If care is not taken, Tinubu might likely be the last president of Nigeria. I'm on a public, and I know what I'm saying. As it stands now, I don't know whether you've seen it today. The AGF to Nigeria have said it that he has petitioned the ADC, the PCR, or some other 4 political parties to be disregistered. That is the problem now. What is happening now is that it's not like, we were being told that we have 3 arms of government in Nigeria. We have the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. But even before Tinubu government, they have silenced the 2 arms of government. The executive are now the one controlling the judiciary and the legislature. And this is that is causing more damage in our democracy. The country is not healthy. We can no longer pretend anymore. We can't continue like this. Even if you bring Peter Obi, one Peter Obi cannot solve the solution of the problem. Let me tell you, what is happening in Nigeria today, ideology is speaking. It's just like an average Igbo man believe that he's a Biafran to the core. Even if you find yourself in America anywhere, you're a Biafran. You can't deny it. It's a blood. So also this jihadist, this Islamic jihadist is ideology. If Peter Obi come today, Obi cannot stop them. They have reason, they have an agenda. What make you think that most of the leaders in the north, they are not speaking in aggressive manner to stop this rascality that is going on in the north, for them to stop killing? You see somebody like Sheikh Gumi, anytime he want to speak, he will tell you that the Arimanjaris need to be part of the national cake. Yes, sometimes I like him because he comes straight. He's not afraid of anybody. He say it the way it is. Maybe paraventure, he's seeing that the way Niger Delta people like Asare Tokubo, the Tompolos are enjoying the national cake. There is nothing wrong for the children of Arimanjari in the north who are just running up and down without any doing. They should also come and eat the national cake. The question is that what have they contributed for them to be in the national cake? This is the reason some people decided to weaponize them, to use them against Nigeria. And if you can see all of this, Obi will not just come overnight to come and change the scenario. It's not done. It's not done. So that's why I'm even advising most of our Igbos brothers in Nigeria. Obi is a good man, but Obi cannot succeed in this current Nigeria as it stands today. What everybody should be talking about now is to allow the world power, use your platform, allow the world to know that Nigeria needs urgent attention now. And the attention we need is division. Let nobody deceive you. There's no any solution. If America today bring all their military men or half of their military to Nigeria, it cannot stop insecurity. That day when Donald Trump sent their men to come and bomb in Sokoto, we thought by then the thing will reduce. But as I speak to you, right from that day they came to Sokoto to bomb, it's as if they now energize these terrorists the more, the way they are doing it. Is to tell you that it is not easy to stop these people. The only way is to divide Nigeria. And if you want to divide, it's simple. Follow the country that have achieved it before. There is nothing new. Look at it as it stands today now. I'm telling you that some people say, oh, Mazen Amdekano, he have to comply with the of what? What? I don't understand the way. Maybe sometimes because of poverty in Nigeria today, some of us will reason anyhow. A man who has lost his father and his mother in the course of this struggle.
All right.
A man who has paid from.
All right. There are two questions you have not attended to. One of the question is, you are from Kogi State. Do you understand that so many people from Kogi State, or let me use Southeast as an example, most of these politicians, most of these business people who are influential from the southeastern part of the country, most of them don't want what the masses in the southeast want. And these are the people who are overshadowing when it comes to international influence and so on and so forth. Like today, now they appointed Bianco. That was yesterday. Bianco Juku now became the overall Minister of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria. So she is from the southeast. She is the wife of Odumego Juku, a man who fought for this Biafra war. And so many people are asking, if Bianco Juku tomorrow now, maybe she traveled to somewhere, or maybe someone just come and ask her question about issue of agitation in Nigeria. Do you think Bianco Juku will start telling them by saying that my husband fought for this war, but we are no longer fighting for the war. We are no longer agitating. As you can see, I am the Minister of Foreign Affairs now. My husband was the leader of Biafra before. So for me to become a minister, you should understand that Biafra is dead on arrival. So this is the kind of statement she used to say everywhere she's going from around the world. So in this light, I want to ask you, don't you think that this elite from the southeast, the elite from the southwest, do you think that these are not the people sabotaging this movement? Because the elite in the north are not sabotaging the movement to turn Nigeria into a Sharia state. But the elite from the east and from the west are also sabotaging the movement of their people to be free. So how can you explain this scenario?
Thank you for asking this question. The difference is that the leaders in the southeast or in the southwest, they are all self-centered. It's all about them. It's about me. Let me acquire this, acquire that. But when you go to the north, no, they don't. There is a statement that came out yesterday. I don't know whether it's true or not, where we are being told that now what they are saying now, no northerner should deputize or agree to be a vice to a southerner presidential candidate. We are going into that now. If it is true, what I'm saying in essence that until the southerner leader stand up, think of the future, not now, like what Tinubu is doing now. Tinubu is just thinking of today. He's not thinking all this thing he's doing now. There is repercussion for his children and grandchildren to come, but he doesn't want to care because this is the same thing Yakubu Gowon did. If Yakubu Gowon would have listened, no, the angle Ojukwu is thinking from that. Ojukwu is not even thinking of that as of that time. Ojukwu was seeing ahead of what Yakubu Gowon could not see. We wouldn't have been facing this problem. But the problem is that Southeast leaders, because they are the major problem why Mazen Amdekano still remain in detention to today. They are the one telling Tinubu not to release Mazen Amdekano, all because of their selfish interests. They want to become a governor. They want to become senator. You can see in this the City Boys movement. What is this called? Chief priest now has declared interest that he want to run for House of Representatives. Is to tell you that it's not fighting for the masses. It's all about his personal interest. But this is my message tonight, that is getting to a level whereby everybody go collect. Whether you are a leader, you are not a leader. Because what they are thinking that they have money, they can send their family to abroad. But in one way or the other, everybody will collect. Let me ask you, let me say this on the public so that everybody will know. Are they asking themselves that where is Rochas Okorocha today? Rochas Okorocha play a vital role. Rochas Okorocha was part of the founding father of APC that took APC to Southeast. Today, if APC is having a meeting in Nigeria today, did anybody recognize Rochas Okorocha? Rochas Okorocha did everything to make the Hausas to believe that is qualified to succeed Buhari. I'm speaking to every Igbo man that is listening to me now, that no matter what they do, the Nigeria will not recognize them. They are part of Nigeria. Omo, despite sometimes he overtalk, he do everything. He said it on the public domain that there is an agreement that Igbo man will not become president of Nigeria. Up to today, nobody asked him that where is the agreement. He was it there. But when he called the president of Nigeria a criminal, they took him to court. But a whole tribe, they said there is an agreement that this tribe will not become. And nobody challenged it, nobody talk. I mean, it is to tell you that there is truth. You can see in all ratification, if you Peter Obi have testified to it, that the federal government are doing every available means to make sure that it's not in the ballot. So what am I saying in essence that it is high time for the Igbo leaders to stand up and think of tomorrow, not of today. That's why I said Jonathan is part of the problem we have. Because if Jonathan should have done the needful and allowed Seaport to be in the Southeast, by now, the scenario will have been changing now. Because most of the Igbos will have located to Southeast to be doing their business. But today, if you live in Lagos, let me shock you that if you are Igbo man, you are looking for house in Lagos, most of the landlord doesn't want to give house to Igbo man in Lagos. This is the situation that is going on now in Lagos. It's to tell you that we are not one. The Igbos now, they claim that Tinubu have welcomed them, they are now part of Nigeria, which if you ask me, what has Tinubu done to them? I don't know. Is Tinubu going to be a live president? Let's agree with them, those Igbo leaders, that Tinubu have welcomed the Igbos to become Nigeria. What has Igbo done? You see somebody like, what is it called, Minister of Work, David Omai. They say, yes, Tinubu has promised Igbo will be the president. So if Tinubu is leaving office, if he win election or if he find his way to become president again, when he's leaving 2031, he will hand over to Igbo. It will not go to the north. Or is it the person that go to north? If he finish, he will give it to Igbo. So it is high time for the Southeast leader to stand up. They'll do the needful. Do the needful, because this life, what is even in this life? If you look at there's somebody like Ifeanyi Uba, may he so rest in peace. Today, in everything he has acquired, he has left everything behind. What of Ekweremadu? Ekweremadu is still in detention till today as we talk. So it is high time for the Igbos leader to come out, put all their different in one place, think, forge ahead, think what next. What next? If these people don't agree with regional government, divide Nigeria, let everybody be.
All right.
I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yeah. To a very good level. Yeah, you did. All right. Pay attention. I was in conversation with one politician. I'm not going to call his name for some security reasons and respects. So he was telling me something. He said, I do listen to your videos some of the time. You know, what you are telling our people is the truth. But I just want to advise you that majority of people in Nigeria are not advisable. Nobody is going to hear what you are saying. Nigerians like to suffer. So if you are just trying to die for them, at the end, you will end up killing yourself and life will go on. You know, I took time to reason what the man was saying. And that was the time I make reference to this video. Pay attention.
In 1914, Nigeria was created by one sick man called Lord Lugard. And there is nobody called a Nigerian. If you go to Lagos and there's somebody in the bus and they ask, how many people are in the bus? They say 5 persons and 1 Gambari. Who is a Gambari? Is he not supposed to be a Nigerian? If you go there, you go to the north, they say Nyamiri. You go there, Berebe Banzani. If they are rioting in Kano, they will not look for Ghanaians to kill. They will look for Igbos, Yorubas, and Ijos to kill. The same is everywhere. So where is the Nigeria we are talking about? until the issues of the Niger Delta and the people who are dispossessed of their sovereignty is solved. There will be no peace, and people like us will not agree. Because the Bible says, and I want to quote, "How can I sing the Lord God's song in a strange land? How can I, an German, be called a Nigerian and be made to sing a Nigerian national anthem when I am not a Nigerian? I live and die an German. I will never become a Nigerian or a River State man. I am not." This battle stand called River State, why was it created? To cause confusion. When the Igbos rose against the Nigerian oppressive state, in order to cause confusion between we and our brothers, the Igbos, Ojukwu Gowon deceitfully created what he called River State, another battle stand, another homeland for dispossessed people. I want to say that our fight, the fight of Ken Saro-Wiwa, Isaac Boro, and all the fallen heroes, is to reclaim our stolen sovereignty. For this, I was detained for 2 years. 10 months, 13 days underground by the maximum ruler of the Nigerian state, General Olusegun Obasanjo. In 19...
All right. You see, this was the video the politician sent to me that very day. He said, "Okocha, I want you to study the beginning of Asari Dokubo." He said this is a man that was everywhere, saying that he is not going back to what he was saying. And everything he was saying then was nothing but the truth. I mean, everything he was saying then was nothing but the truth. But after he fought, they detain him, they do all those things, he see that they are offering him a lot of money, billions upon billions of naira. So he danced to the tune of money. But some people are saying that it is because people he is fighting for, they are not interested for their liberation. So you need to join them. Like if you can't beat them, you join them. So today, if people who are growing up today, nobody will understand that Asari Dokubo made such statement that Asari Dokubo was someone like this. Nobody. So if you ask them today now, do you remember that Asari Dokubo said this? They will say, "Who is Asari Dokubo?" This is another video.
I've never been in Nigeria. Nations are not created by force of fiat. They're created by the people. The people's acceptance to be British. You saw Scotland trying to vote yes or no. Today, no Scottish man can say, "I'm not a Briton," because majority of Scottish people have accepted to remain in the British Union under the British flag. Nothing like that had happened in Nigeria. We have demanded for us to be together. No lugard is needed to bring all of us together. What is needed is for us to sit down in a sovereign national conference.
So why not advocate for that instead of moving away completely?
We have been demanding for 30 years. I've been regular and I've been demanding for a sovereign national conference. People had opportunity to talk, but it was not sovereign. It had no power. It only have persuasive, advisory. No, what we want is an holistic national conference, a conference that the people will have the power to say, "We don't want to be Nigerian. This is how we want Nigeria to be." We don't want a situation where somebody will arrogate to himself the power to decide the fate of other people. We want a Nigerian that recognizes that there are different nations, no matter how small they are, and they are accorded the same space in Nigeria.
You seem very passionate about Nigeria.
Let me stop it here. I hope you understand now. You see, all these people you are seeing in Nigeria today, yes, including Tinubu. Tinubu told everybody that he don't believe in one Nigeria. So when you are saying this, Don't let people to intimidate you because of what you believe in. Don't let people to tell you that what you are saying is impossible, because that is the truth. And that truth, all these politicians who are today blood-sucking demons, they knew what is going on. They spoke the truth before the dollar, the money, the quest for power comes before them. And here we are today. But the questions I am putting forth to people is this: how long shall we continue to be in this bondage? How long? But just for how long shall we continue to be in this bondage? So that is the reality here. When you look at the insecurity, like people are not Nigerians, are really crying for Nigeria. Like a nation where minimum of 40 people die every day from insurgency and nobody's talking about it. If you calculate that minimum of 40 times 365 days, do you know how many thousands upon thousands of people we are talking about here? Into millions of people. Do you know the number of people we are talking about here? So it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Now, the last question I would like you to throw into, you are from Kogi State. Why is it that in Kogi State, only Yoruba-speaking people are being wiped out like flies? Like Yagba West, all those areas, Yoruba-speaking people, the Fulani terrorists, or should I say Boko Haram, or the bandits as they used to call them, why are they wiping Yoruba people out from your state? What is going on?
Okay, thank you so much for asking this question. I told you that I'm from Kogi State and I came from Igbira. And you agree with me that part of Yoruba people in Kogi State are mainly Christians. You can do research and you can verify what I'm saying. Part of Yoruba Christians in Nigeria, in the Kogi State, they are Christians. And these people target, even if we have some Muslim among them, don't forget that they have issue whereby they want to introduce their Sharia to even Islamic where Islamic people are in Nigeria. And such, they believe that by coming to attack, let's take the place they attack in Kwara, I forget, is it a fair local government in Kwara? I forget the local government. According to the information, they drop a letter that they are coming to preach for them. And the preaching is not far from this Sharia law preaching, and which they have said it that they are not interested. That's why you see now that if up to now, some Muslim will not allow Yoruba Imam to lead. They feel that they always feel that they are the Yoruba's Muslim and not the original Muslim. That's how they feel. There are scenarios now they are telling that Tinubu is a fake Muslim. It's not a real Muslim. A real Muslim will not do all this thing they are doing. You are right. So that's why they are doing every available means to make sure to introduce Sharia law. But because they are resisting it, they don't have options. This is the reason why it paid me so many Igbos who are downplaying the role in which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has played. Let's be realistic to ourselves. If not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what Tinubu government plan? What Buhari government plan then? The Southeast will have been a worst case now. Let's not forget that what the ESM, when they tell us all these things, they did the work by trying every available means to flush out. Look at let's use Edo State for a case study now. Look at how they have surrendered Edo State. Just imagine that during that trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there was no ESM to tell you that if we see Fulani, even if to create the fear in them, that these Fulani surrounded Southeast. Do you think that the level of insecurity in Southeast today will have not been worse? As I speak to you now, if you are living in Edo, if any Edo man is watching me now, Edo is not safe, most especially places like Uromi, like Ekpoma, kidnapping every day and then, right? So in all of these things, the reason why they are targeting those places, attacking people, Yoruba people in Kogi State, if they believe that they are not part of them. In the place where I came from, most of us are Muslim. We are Muslim, and most of us, the Muslim we practice almost similar, the same thing they practice there in the north. If you see now, there are of recent, I saw something like Sharia something in Okene where I come from. So they believe that they cannot come like that to come and attack. That's why there are some places, core places in the north, where they fully practice the Sharia law. They don't go and harass them the way they do to other places. It's simple. It's simple. We don't need any soothsayer. We don't need any prophet to come and tell us what these people want. I've told you that since 2012, when Martin Amdekano is saying it, it was like a child play. It was like, this man, what is he saying? That jihad is what 2012. If they tell you that Nigeria will get to this level, you Okocha myself, will you believe it? You won't believe it. Somebody
I will believe it. I will believe it because I know it will get to this point, and that is why I am also telling people the point it will get in the future. You understand? Time will come. Like most people, most cities, most communities, you can't go to church on Sunday. From now to next 3 years, next 5 years, time will come in Nigeria. You can't go to church on Sunday. In some places, they will kill you. Yesterday, one Yoruba monarch just banned the whole church activities from 6 p.m. because of terrorists, because of bandits. The people they kidnapped last week, the terrorists say those Christians, they kill the pastor, they adopt the member, they say they should bring 1 billion. 1 billion. So they have to ban church activities from 6 o'clock. It have started. Before next 5 years, or even on Sunday, most Christians cannot go to the church. People will say, God forbid. But God have given you brain to act. So it has nothing to do with God. We are responsible to what is actually wrong with us. We fail to understand, we fail to take decision. So if we continue to think that political regime change is the hope of the people, these are the things that we'll continue to see. We do not need like regime change to act or to do something if we actually want to change anything. So that is the situation. Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate, I really appreciate your presence here. All right, we'll keep on, discussing this issue because there are so many people who do not even understand what is going on in Nigeria. Like I used to tell people that Albert Einstein, the scientist, said that if you give me an hour to solve the problem in the world, I will spend 59 minutes trying to define the problem, trying to tell you this is the problem, the exact problem, trying to know the problem. Then I will use 1 minute to solve it. Why? Because if you know the problem you want to solve, you don't need time to solve it. It is only where you don't know the problem. So in Nigeria, we don't know the problem. Majority of people don't know the problem. So you find it difficult to bring solution of the problem you don't know. So if you don't know the problem, how will you bring the solution?
Sir, I think many Nigerians will know the problem, but we are trying to shy away from it. Let me go to the Bianca Ojukwu. Okay. No, let me come the Bianca Ojukwu you just talk about now. The Bianca Ojukwu know what he's doing. Tinubu, this is the reason they call him the strategic. He appointed this woman for a purpose, to play a game for him. And this woman is playing that game for him right now. But he should not forget that the end will justify the means. As it stands today, even the blind can testify to it, that this one Nigeria is not sustainable. You just said it now, that there are some places now you can't go to church once it is 6 p.m. How long are we going to continue like this? This is the thing I want to say, is that even you people in diaspora, because you people are very lucky, you're out of Nigeria, despite you are not fully out.
By the way, people think sometimes that I'm in diaspora is because that I used to travel. Someone saw me in Ghana the other day. He said, "Oh, Coach, are you in Ghana?" I said, "No, I'm not in Ghana." You understand? So, because sometimes I used to travel and people think that I'm in diaspora. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say in essence is that even if you are in diaspora, your whole heart cannot be there. You have family members here. You think of your family. So we should try every available means, even if they don't want to listen to us. You can see what they are doing to Mazina Mekano. You can kill the messenger, but you cannot kill the message. Today, if Mazina Mekano message still pump up now, when you listen to it, it will still look fresh in your brain. That everything this young man have said over 10 years ago, 15 years ago is happening. So we don't have a choice. I've always believed that if you keep quiet, you will die. If you don't keep quiet, you will die. That you said in one of your program, one day like that, when I was listening to you, which is my ideology too. If we keep quiet, let me shock you that even the Bible we read, you know, in the book of I forget the part of the Bible, the 4 lepers, they were very hungry, there was famine. And they told themselves that if we decide to sit here, the people that are supposed to bring food for us, they are hungry, they don't see food to eat. If we decide to sit here, we will die. If we go out there, we will die. But let's just summon courage. They summoned courage, the 4 lepers, they went out. And you know what? God backed them up. When they were going, the noise of chariot followed them. The community they were going to, they ran away. They thought it's Israelites that are coming. What am I saying? They said they met enough food, they eat, and they pack. If we did not stand up and said enough is enough, my brother, these people will continue to torment us. It might be somebody else today. It might be another person tomorrow. Nobody knows. If you live in Nigeria now, you cannot even show off tomorrow. Look at that young man. The policeman just waste his life for him. That if they tell that boy last week that the boy is not going to make it to the next week, the boy will not believe it.
He won't believe it.
That is the situation we are facing now. See, it's now glaring. Is now getting close to us. Let me say it on the public domain now. That the people who are holding the vision of this country is the Yorubas. I don't have any apologies to that. The Yorubas.
Who are doing what?
But the Yorubas are the one that is still uniting Nigeria. Because most of them believe that if Tinubu rule this country, Tinubu will salvage the situation. But they are disappointed now because they are saying that Tinubu cannot have it. And let me say it in public, I'm saying it on my channel, that the best thing Tinubu can do for Nigeria is to do every available. Let him not consider second tenure. Find a way. Either you give regional government where everybody will stay on their own, or they divide Nigeria. Because if Tinubu do all of this thing he's doing and hand over power to North, their people is going to suffer. And even after the death of Tinubu, they will not allow his dead body to rest. They will be the same thing they are doing to Buhari there in the north. They will do the same thing to him. Because even as it is now, a Yoruba man is also suffering. Despite he is from the Yoruba side. Many Yorubas also are suffering right now. You just said it yesterday, in Ekiti they kill. In Kwara they kill. They are Yorubas that are killings. What are we Are we just because of some few greedy people, because of their self-centered, self-ambitions, just like what is happening in the Southeast, because you want to become a senator, you want to become House of Assembly member, you say nothing like Biafra. But tomorrow, if it's not favoring you, what will you do? Today now, can Rocha Sokorocha come out and tell you, say, I'm tired of this Nigeria, I don't want to belong to Nigeria. Nobody want to listen to him. So it is high time for everybody to put their self-interests, put one side, and let's talk about the future. You give birth to children. Your children will definitely, even if they are not in Nigeria, they will surely, 1 or 2 things will bring them to Nigeria tomorrow. Let them have the country of their own. That's what we are saying. It is glaring that the people who the Britain hand over this country to, they don't want it to work. They want to achieve their aim, and you know their aim, you know what they want. This is the reason you see people from the north. You can never see any of them that will come to national televisions and tell you the real problem and tell you this is what to do to stop it. They won't do it. So it is obvious that for me, 2023, I did my best to see if we can salvage the situation where I ran around. I supported Peter Obi to my best of my knowledge, because why I did not even support Tinubu then was because, one, I consider that his age, he's still going to be, he's not going to do anything different from what Buhari did. I supported Peter Obi. But look at the way the election was being done, and nothing happened to it. So this time around, I'm advising every Nigeria. See, most of your Igbo brothers who paid the sacrifice in 2023 to make sure not that they vote for Igbo candidates, they vote for integrity, person they know that it will give them a better government than what Buhari did of 8 years. Today they suffer severely in Lagos. Most of them lose their property. Most of them, as I'm talking to you now, they have not still found their parents. I don't think it is right things for them to risk their business, their source of livelihood, to a man who is sitting in the power when he was not even there. He did everything available to get it than when he's there now. So everybody is just as we are this topic we are just discussing, and you know that election is not the solution to it. It's not. We are just, if we don't do the needful now, we are prolonging the evil day.
All right, my brother. All right. Thank you so much for your contributions today. You know, there are so many angles. You have hit the point hit the nail at the head, but just that we have too many people who are yet to understand the problem of Nigeria. I'm telling you that this is becoming a problem. Many people don't know what is going on, and many people don't understand the problem. Because if you know the problem, the solution is just at the door. So that is the situation. I will continue to say, what we know. Like I was telling someone yesterday that Nigeria have tried so many things. We have tried regime change, changing people. Have tried so many things. It is one thing that we have not tried. Implementation of
What?
Aburi Accord. You understand? That is what they have not tried. Regional government, that is what they have not tried. Dividing the country, that is what they have not tried. So there are some things that Nigeria have not tried. And the reason why they are not trying it is because it will stop the spread of people who are imposing Sharia. That is why they want. So look at the state police that they said they are going to, they stop it. After they have done everything, they stop the issue of the state police. Because they know that now individuals, communities will now bring out their people. Their people will be police. People from our state. Look at this Nuhu that killed this man in Delta State. Just look at. He's not from Delta State.
Usman.
Yes, he's not from Delta State.
He's not from Delta.
Fulani man. So just understand what we are talking about. So that is the situation. Thank you so much. I think we can only bring one guest, maybe to ask questions and contribute more before we call it a day. We have Mudi Kabiru. Mudi. This name, anytime I see this name, Mudi Kabiru, you know where my mind goes? My mind would go to my days in Arab country. I've been to Arab country, and Mudi Kabiru is a name given to Oga, like Mudi is a boss. Mudi Kabiru. Kabiru, like exhortation, you put like highest Oga, something like that. So Mudi Kabiru, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, so good evening. Please, don't let the other guy go. I like that guy. Don't let him go. Call him back.
Be talking. He's not gone.
I just want to appreciate him. I want to appreciate him, and I want to appreciate you. So that guy is a really good guy. In fact, I always class him, the way I class you, but Okocha, I give you more number than him. But that guy is a really good guy. So
we are all the same. Don't give me more number. Don't give anybody more number.
Yeah, you would have said on what aspect, but it's okay.
It's okay. Don't give anybody. We don't want your more number. If you're appreciating us, no problem. We don't want your more number.
Okay, that's number one. Number two is this. Okocha, please. You've been a hard-working guy in this journey, and I pray that God will sustain you, keep you free. Keep you safe. This other guy, may the Lord Almighty keep him free, keep him safe. Because Nigeria has become a place whereby when you speak, they will target you. So I keep on reminding us that one of the best things all of us should do is to stop telling people where you come from or where I am heading to. You don't need to tell nobody that. All we need is this freedom. Let us synthesize, let people know that we need to divide this country. Yesterday, my little, as I was reading, I read about Adam Smith, how he helped develop America, how he helped develop Scottish people. So, and listening to somebody else, that taught me think and grow rich. So, I now reflect, what about us in Nigeria? How can an average Nigerian survive under this nonsense situation? So, my brother, the truth is that if we really want to succeed in our life, to become a millionaire, a rich man or whatever we want to be, a successful man in business or whatever, or an entrepreneur, whatever we want to do, we need to get out from this contraction called Nigeria. Like you said, somebody like Gaddafi said this, you could remember how long it was. So, despite guys are still struggling. Okocha, you have been in this, you've been in this struggling every day, lamenting, letting us know what is going on. How many Yoruba people has ever come into your studio and say, oh, these are our Yoruba people, they are not doing enough. They need to wake up.
Is that important?
I barely saw them. I never saw any of them, even, in the past. So even today, I'm keep on listening to you. So Okocha, I'm telling you the truth. The worst things that our leaders, spiritual leaders, especially we the Christians, did was to keep their mouth shut. It pains me so much. So then I now encourage people, if we cannot be able to hold on to our leaders, we, the fellow will have to stand up. That is why I keep on lamenting, keep on saying that everybody has to have his own gun. That is why I even advocate for many people to go and learn how to shoot. That is why I even thought about how to let people know, if you know how to use, I don't know the name, the arrow or whatever, I don't know the name. The one you draw, you cock and shoot. The one, even catapult, learn how to shoot something.
So, in a nutshell, what you are telling people is that they should go for vigilante training.
Exactly. If you go beyond vigilante training, go for indirect military training. Know the secret of military. Know the secret of how to defend yourself. Because, Okocha, please, I want you to listen to this. Whenever you are telling us, oh, they have run us, if you go and read the history of Okonkondem, don't use this word that make people to get scared. Stop telling us that, you can alert us what is going on. Stop inciting fears in people. Like when you say, oh, they are everywhere. They are even in our backyard, everywhere. No. Encourage people. If you see them, kill them. Before, because if you're not alive, you will not see tomorrow. Ginger people, like many people depend on you. This is the reason why they could not. I wish people like Simon Ekpa is around. These people don't like a beg. They don't like please. They like, hit me, I hit you. Slap me, I slap you. Shoot me, I shoot you. So please, if you are going around, if you are giving us any information, ginger us and also advocate for us to fight for our leaders. Somebody like leader Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. Also, like somebody like you. This is one of the mistakes that Simon Ekpa did. He could not, encourage people to take that first action when they're supposed to take that when they're supposed to take that action. But he like, please, calm down. Calm down is a wrong word to somebody that is dependent. The powerful word to stimulate him is to move on. Don't fall up. Don't stay back. Stand up and take the bull by the horn. Encourage people. Let them have strength, because intimidation is too powerful. By shooting that gun, many already died. They are dead already walking. But when you install the spirit of boldness in them, power in them, you see people will rise and become human beings again. We will have to take this country by, take the bull by the horn. That is the real thing. I'm telling you the truth. Like you call me Muti Kabiru. One of the things I learned in Libya, even when I went to went to Saudi Arabia, is that these people, if they want to slap you, they want to kill you, sometimes they will be beating you. They won't let blood to come out of your body. But inside, you're already dead. You know that now. This is how they kill people. They don't have no mercy for you. And you think these people will have mercy for any of us, our children? No. So you have to, give people the power to rise up. All the pastors, let them rise up and speak to their audience. Otherwise, if they keep their mouth shut, a day shall come. The people that will defend them, we can't even defend them. Now the Kalu said, let everybody go and write. If you people don't stand up, go and write your visa to Somalia. That even Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Look at it. So please, my brother, when you are speaking to us, many have been, look, let me tell you right now, many depend on you for concrete information. Many depend on you to know what is going on, because Nigerian media will not tell us the truth. It's people like you, like the other guy, that will speak the truth. And you know where the truth goes to. So, my brother, I want you to keep on the path of the truth, but at the same time, empower us. Don't tell them to go and double train themselves. If you don't know how to do it, go ahead and train yourself. Keep training yourself. Be on the alert. When you're on the alert, these people will get scared of you. Why are they scared of Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they scared of Simon Ekpa? And the Yoruba thought that if they get Simon Ekpa, then it is over. Look at it. Many are suffering it now. Please, my brother, this is all I have for you. These are our people from Ikwere. Stop thinking that if they kill an Igbo man, you're not a monk. That is the worst thing you can do. Stand up and be a man. Fight for your life. Fight for your future. Thank you, my brother. That's all I have for you.
All right, thank you. So I've been saying this. If you have been listening to my videos all these days, I've been telling people to go and join Vigilante, telling them why they should own guns, why they should know how to carry arms, because joining Vigilante or the hunters right now is the express way for you to acquire gun. I know why I'm saying this, and I know why I want people to join Vigilante. Like you are in your village, you people can gather in 100, buy pump action, then police will just register it expressly because you people are Vigilante group. You understand? And in a Plateau State, in so many places now in Middle Belt and Northern Nigeria, this is what they are doing. All of them own a gun. You understand? So the way I own me personally, I have my own gun. So the way I got my own, that is the way I advise people to go and get their own. You understand? So when you join your community vigilante or the NAFS, so when you join them, then you will expressly have it. Like I used to tell people, all these terrorists are not special kind of people. They are not a special breed of fighters. They look at the vulnerability of the people. They come to the village. They know that nobody is having gun here. So they will enter the village, shoot sporadically. Nobody is challenging them at all. So the only thing they have to do is to make sure that the security operative did not come by colluding with them. So if you just imagine where we have 100 pump action, even though people with AK-47, 30 enter the village, they will not go out alive. Because a lot of people don't understand how pump action works. You see, if there are 20 people, like 500 meters ahead of you, one pump action bullet can get 15 people down. That is how pump action works. Yeah. So one shot or two shots can get 20 people down if they little bit distance. But sometimes, AK-47, it goes in one direction and it has multiple rounds. And that is why I do encourage community people that don't have 5 people you say you have a vigilante that can defend you. No, they can't do anything with five people. You understand? If you people have up to 150 men in that community, 120 should be armed. I'm saying this now. This is not a love language. Arm yourself is not a love language. Defend yourself is not a love language. So if it has not happened to you, you hardly understand what we are saying. I used to speak with so many people in Plateau right now, so many people in Benue right now. You know, I used to quarrel them, argue with them, but sometimes I started entering their show as well, because I was telling them that if it is to sell your community land, sell it, meet your chiefs. You people need gun, you people need the training. At the time they were afraid, they said, the security, the police now have assured us, let us see what they are going to do. I said, it seems that you people are not tired of dying. Forget about police, forget about military. Any day they dance to you people's side, it will become favor. If they dance against you, you will cry, I die. No. Let the security of the people be the responsibility of the people, not the government, because we have a failed state. We have a failed state. Your security, which is the primary responsibility of the government, it has been overruled to the people. If you fail to defend yourself, you die for nothing. This is just the simple truth. But no, people don't want to understand this. If you fail to defend yourself, you die for nothing. So, the reason why, in a nutshell, for those of you who did not start from the beginning to what we are discussing, we are talking about, the 4 years of bondage called the regime change. That whenever election is coming, everybody will be, liberation is coming, liberation is coming. After the election, everybody will start crying, this, and that. I said this 4 years of regime change is called a bondage. It is a bondage because it will make the people not to look for a better solution. It will make the people not to go after solution. Everybody is now hoping, someone will come 2027 will change things. Lie, you won't see it. You won't see it. You will cry. If you hope a politician to come and stop this insecurity, you go cry. You go cry. So the best thing is that you must help yourself. You must help yourself. And without that, I don't know where we are going. You people should go and read how Lebanon was conquered, how Egypt was conquered, how Morocco was conquered. Go and read how all these countries was conquered. Syria. Go and read how all these countries was conquered, so that you will understand the level we are now in Nigeria. So, with the way things are going, I think the people need to know the problem so that they can help themselves. Because waiting for your government to come and help you at this point in time is suicidal. So, Mudi Kabir. Mudi. All right. I think it's good. Yeah. So, that was what Mudi Kabir was trying to say.
Yes, I'm listening. I thank you so much. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm with you.
Exactly. So these are the things you are trying to, touch light, and we have been saying it countless times. There is nothing like security, because if you just die today now, PM, your own is gone. Your own is gone. All right. The Waymaker TV, thank you so much for, joining us today. I think I wanted to just bring only Mudi.
Can I say one word before you close? Before you guys,
all right, okay, please, briefly, because I just wanted to bring someone who have been waiting, just to give him a few minutes before I close.
Okay. Yeah, one other thing I want to picture at, because we have chosen the way of Christianity, love one another, many of us are blind of what happened in the Bible, because these guys are judging you according to their Quran system. And at the same time, we also have to remember that David did not wait.
What of people who are not Christians? What of people who are not Christians?
I'm just talking, because you see, something have to stimulate others. If you watch, it was our brother Nnamdi Kanu, that stimulated a lot of people to begin to have freedom of speech, have power to speak. just like that. The Muslims are there. They love, most of them love one Sharia country. They don't want to, separate. They want to become a Sharia state and Sharia, country, just like that. But if these guys, somebody have to stimulate them. If at all, the like of Mr. Nandi kind of stimulate us, he told us, he said one thing that I vividly remember. He said, listen, most of these, our pastors, our spiritual leaders, we love them too much. We love them too much. We love them all. Whatever they say, because they are the one holding us. So if their hands are tight, then we have to stand up for them, because I wouldn't love in a situation whereby they kill my pastor. If they run over the young ones, their defendants, then the head will fall when the foundation is done. The spiritual head could not be able to fight them. They only pray, and God gave them the army. We are the army we are the army to what? To help and fight against opposition. So, my brother, if they happens to catch us, if they make Ahmad not to speak, my brother will done, and it will affect them too. So Nnamdi Kanu said this, that many of them will tell you, this their pastor have a aircraft. This time he has this, he has that, and before you know it, and when they poison your mind over your pastor, over your brother, and you don't want to, like many people now, they are suffering because they say they are not Igbo. Really, they know this thing is affecting them. Why can't you be with your brother? This leadership is not favoring any of us called Easterners. And it will never favor us because it is the plan. The best thing that we need to do is to listen to people like you. Get ready for what is about to come. Then also help ourselves advocate for this thing that this man had said. Many have many have took their time and said that, but Mike Arnold, I don't know whether that's his name. He said that if possible, he looked forward in a place. He looked forward for a separation. Let us keep on hammering. Speak on that. Speak on that there will be separation. Let everybody go to their home. Let Fulani man, I like him. Let them go and become Fulani and Muslim. Let Igbo people go, I like you people, go to your own way. Everybody go to your own house and just let everybody separate from this country, man. We need to divide this country. That's the real thing. Because I don't want to see any of my children, any of my siblings die. Telling you the truth, the Yorubas are the ones holding this country. Look at what is going on. None of them want to speak. None of them. If they speak against Jagaba, are they going to die? You can speak against Nnamdi Kanu, you will not die. You can speak against any Iboma, you will not die. Speak against what is going on so that you'll be alive tomorrow. You see? So, my brother, I thank you so much. I will continue to go and do my, farm work. Have a blessed one, okay?
All right. Thank you. Okay, and let's have this last guest, C2. Hello, it's been a while. Good evening. Are you there? You are muted. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, Okocha, how are you?
I'm fine. It's been a while because I recognize, this C2, he used to join me often before.
Yes. Yeah, you are right. I just want to appreciate you. You are doing your best, just like when Martin Nnamdi Kanu was around, doing his best, calling the attention of Nigeria. You see the danger that he's going to befall them. And anyway, my name is Sito. I call you from Freetown, Sierra Leone. That's where I reside. And Okorocha, Marcel, the work you are doing is top notch. We are all watching and listening. Likewise, the same way Nnamdi Kanu was calling the attention of Nigeria. Just like that, my brother from Kogi said. I can forgive the people that are calling him all manner of names. They're beginning to see what that young man saw. Nnamdi Kanu is well educated, and he has everything on him to live as a human being. A well-known, furnished British citizen who have life to live, but he chose to save his people. But it's quite unfortunate that the people he came to save did not recognize him. He wasn't fighting for all his people. If you listen to some of his brokers, he made it clear to Nigerians that we can live together, we can go our separate way, but we are not going to be enemy. But they misunderstood that young man, calling all manner of name. But today people are dying. People are dying in their number. Even we are in a country where there is a war, in Sudan, or wherever there is a war, or in Ukraine. The amount of people that is dying in Nigeria has never died in where there is a war. These are the ones you saw. The ones what about the ones we did not see? Right. Let me make a statement from Netanyahu. Let me quote Netanyahu. He said, cut off the head of the snake. The men cut off the head of the snake and you have solved the problem. This is the word of Netanyahu. You cut off the head of the snake and you solve the problem. Now, what is...
We can't hear you again. It seems his network is bad.
Yeah.
He's calling him all the precious time. The man knows. He is aware of all this terrorism in Nigeria. Okay? He knows what he's doing. And until the head of the snake is being cut off, then you can see, you will now realize that Nigeria will become a safer place. But without that, everybody will be dying. Iran has been threatening Israel, and they cut off the head of the snake. Today you can see they're in disarray. So that's how you do. That's how you solve problem. You don't solve problem whereby going around beating around the bush. That's why I love Israel. They know how to solve the problem. You cut off the head of the snake, and let the rest of the body begin to dance naked in wherever he wants to find himself. We know this. We know the problem. If you watch me, I don't usually come back again and keep, because if as it stands, I know within myself that Nigeria have been run over by these people. It's just a matter of time. I want it to get to the neck of everybody so that we will be looking for solution. These people are everywhere. These people are in our backyard. They are everywhere. They are there waiting for their proper time. But let me say something here clearly. Sometimes I pinch myself to see, am I the one that is mad, or is these people that refuse to listen? Sometimes I do pinch myself. How come on earth these things are happening? That a sitting president, Jonathan, was threatened by Obama and by Buhari. They threatened him, and Jonathan, Buhari went all the way to Sahel region and import terrorists in Nigeria. Do you know what that is? This man single-handedly imported terrorists in Nigeria, and thinking that if Jonathan refused to release power, they will use the terrorists to, clear Nigeria once and for all. Unfortunately for him, Jonathan just back off and said that whatever he quote, that his blood of Nigeria does not watch him, whatever he's quoted there, and just fizzle away and hand over the power to Buhari. What did Buhari do? Now that you have imported your brothers and sisters from the Sahel, and you did not fulfill what you tell them, send them back to where you bring them from. You said no, and they are there kidnapping the innocent Nigerians. Do you know what it is? You kidnap a citizen of the country, take him inside the bush, video him, and be flogging the person, and the international community are watching. That's why I say sometimes I pitch myself to see, am I the one mad or these people? Because I am not the one that is mad, it's them. GUO transport was coming down from Lagos to East. They open fire on the driver, shot him dead, whisk away all the whole passenger and take them to inside the bush. These are Nigerian citizens. And he said to me that these people are not mad. See, I just don't know. Sometimes I keep, when I keep watch, I don't want to call. I keep saying, let this thing get to the neck of everybody, and let's see what is going to come out. At the end of the day, we are all going to come down to what Showere is calling for: revolution, bloody one. I've seen it. Everybody's just talking. Look at the guys. They talk from here. This one we talk from here. At the end of the day, we are going to come down to Showere's demand. That is where we are going. Except God does his miracle. By if Trump is going to help, or I don't know how God is going to do it. But if Tinubu make sure he came back in 2027, then you people are going to see hell. What we are seeing now is good morning. We haven't seen even. Okorocha, Marcel, I want you to play the video of the lady in the north who said that Buhari, Tinubu said that if he fight insecurity, he will be killed. Please play that video for us, because these people still don't understand. When they will say, Tinubu, what are you doing? People are dying. The man told you, he told you that if he fights insecurity, they will kill him. What is these people don't?
And Aswaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint, because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
All right. You heard that right?
So, Marcel, I appreciate you once more. That's why I love to appreciate you. For you to play it for these people, because they hide under their wife's wrapper and keep beating her. They see the danger and they keep looking, they keep, diverting as if they don't know what the danger. But people like me are not stupid. I am a wise guy, and I keep praying to God to keep giving me that. I am not stupid. I know the danger. Okay, let me go to why Nigerian army are being killed. When they call for recruitment, people refuse. People from my southeast will refuse. We know the reason why. We are not stupid. I'm going to say it here. You see, at the point Nigeria will come to the state of Taliban, where Nigerian Taliban military deceive America and feel that they are all working. When the Taliban come to the city, they all join them. That is where we are going now. Because at the end of the day, tell me how these people will be killing Nigerian military in the north and they will keep quiet. Don't you see that why they are releasing all these terrorists and call them repentant Boko Haram? These are the people that will say tomorrow, oh, since we said that you people to join military, you don't join, they put all these ones to replace. And there, these are the people that we use more to overrun Nigeria. And what are you going to do? Because if you watch, some militaries are resigning, running away. And now you think they are stupid. They told you 700 and something are repented, and you think you don't know they're going to put them in the military to take over Nigeria. People don't, like I say, they don't read the history of Turkey and Egypt and even some of these African countries you see that are Arab today. They are Christian countries. And you think these people don't know what they are doing? You think even the Western world know that Sadona of Sokoto is a problem? But how Trump is going to solve it? That is up to him. That's why we are calling him to beg him that are we going to be killed before you're going to intervene? You know, Mr. Trump, you know the problem. You know that Southern of Sokoto is the problem. You know that. You know that. Sorry, people should stop beating around the bush. You apprehend him, the problem solved. As simple as ABCD. You go for him, the problem will be solved. The man himself is a terrorist. Are we going to should you pamper it before we say it's the truth? Now look at the young vibrant man in Delta State was shot. Who shot him? A Fulani man. Have you ever seen them shot to their own brothers in the north like that? The answer is no. There is another one. You see, you know why I love all these things to be happening, so that when it got to our throat, then let's begin to see if we are going to end up in what Showore has been calling for. At least that's where we are going. I pray it should go that way. But look at a man. Have you ever shot your Boko Haram brothers like that? You tie the man, an innocent guy, who told you, wait, let me take you to the person that sent me. You shot him because you want to cover the evidence. You killed the innocent man. And they said they have taken him to where they will do him the same way they do Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari murdered thousands of Igbo youth. Today they hide him. You see how Fulani roll. You can't hear about Abba Kyari anymore. Okay, let me tell you about the one in Imo State now, in Tiger Base. He said, Yoruba man call Ola. Do you know how many Igbo youth that Ola have murdered? Are you aware? So that Amnesty International have written about it. Those documentary that Ola, a Yoruba man, murdered Igbo youth in their own ancestral land. And then everybody sees as if everything is normal. His name is Ola in Tiger Base. Now, let me go, Okocha, before I go, I want to say something clearly. I say that I will never stand and see where people lie and think that lie is going to change anything. No, I rather speak the truth. We speak the truth and we speak the truth and damn the consequences. I had one young man there calling about Samanepa. Okay? Now, I don't know if he's an Igbo man or not. If he wants to know what Samanepa did in Igbo land, please, you can easily ask so that we give you the evidence of what Samanepa did in Igbo land. The evidence are there, okay? You don't come here and praise him. Samanepa is a criminal, nothing but a criminal. Don't compare him with Nnamdi Kanu. We know what Nnamdi Kanu stands for. We know the achievement of Samanepa in our land. We know what he did. Samanepa, you are here talking about the killings in Nigeria. While Samanepa didn't kill any terrorists, any Fulani terrorists, he was busy killing Igbo youth, killing Igbo people, destroying our property. And you come here to come and talk about Samanepa. My friend, let's give you, if you want to see the evidence of what Samanepa did in our land, we can give you the evidence so you can see by yourself. Please don't praise him. I don't want to come in Okocha just and be bitter, because we all have the evidence of what Samanepa committed in Igbo land. Okay? Thank you very much, Marcel, for giving me this opportunity.
Okay. The person that made the statement now is not here to respond to what you just said, but at least maybe another time, if he have time, he can also respond. Thank you for your wonderful contribution. Okay, the most important thing we are facing now is that, you see, what you said from the beginning. I am not saying that people should not go and do election, but if people are going to do election, they should know that this is not the solution. This is not the solution. I'm not saying you should not go and do your election. You understand? Go and do your election. Go and do whatever you want to do. After all, we have been doing election right from time. What is the result? What is the difference? So I'm not saying that people should not go and do election, but the results speak for itself. I'm saying that political regime change is not the hope of the people. All right, the Waymaker TV, please. I know that a lot of people, a lot of my fans have been seeing your channel. He's also on YouTube, and he has been doing a wonderful job over there. Please, I think you can introduce your channel more to them. However, maybe after you re-upload this video, I will still share it to my post so that people can follow you there as well. So you can also introduce the channel more. I don't think that I explain it better for them.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm the Waymaker TV is written there, DEWAYMAKER of TV. That is the name of my channel on YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you because one thing I appreciate most is trying to see people who understand the problem. Just like I was telling you that if the whole Nigeria, not the whole Nigeria, 40% to 50% now understand the problem of Nigeria, believe me, the solution is already at hand. The solution is already at hand. So I really appreciate you because you're a kind of person that understands where we are now. You are the kind of person that understands the current situation now. So thank you so much. And we wish to have you in our next broadcast. And let's see how, we will be able to convince people who are listening because, a lot of people hear what you are saying, but they are not listening. There is a difference between someone is listening and someone is hearing. People also listen, they don't understand. They hear, they listen, but they don't understand. They are thinking that, everything is just, for a joke. Anything you are saying on social media, maybe you are just trying to create content, is for nothing. This is what people are thinking. But, it's all right. I really appreciate you being here tonight. You can leave with us your last words before we call it a day.
Thank you for this great opportunity given to me to come and speak on your platform today. In fact, I appreciate you a lot. I watch your content. I watch your videos. Your video is inspiring, and you are educating us. Let me say today is a privilege for me to come to your platform to speak. And I want to assure Nigerians, most of you who think that, we just come here to speak. It's not easy. If it is content we want to do, there are other things we can do to make content, not to come and be talking the real problem. You know that whoever that talk the problem of Nigeria is an enemy of Nigerians. So if we are taking a risk, you should know that the so-called chairman said you are seeing today, a lot of Nigerian politicians don't want to see him because they believe that he's exposing them. He's telling them what they don't want him to say. So in one way or the other, whether you are in diaspora, you are anywhere, in whichever way you can support him in prayer, in all kinds. You support him because it's not easy. It's not easy. And I want to also thank some of you who are the first time of seeing me here today. I know that as Okocha myself have said, the name of my channel is displaying there, the Waymaker TV on my channel. I also analyze every day and I do the best I can. And we believe that even as most of you thinking that we are just talking, this word is penetrating into their ear. They are listening. We believe that the day is coming, when God said it's fine, the time has come. And, the solution we want will definitely come. As I've said earlier, as I round up this, you can kill the messenger, but you cannot kill the message. Today, if you give or take, I and Okocha and many people who are watching here, in next 100 years, we might not be alive. In next 100 years, a lot of us, if not all of us, will not be alive. But the message you have will be there for the next generation to listen to. That's why you must not categorize everybody who you see online. Say, this one is just a medicine. No. Today, Mazen the Kano message is still giving hope to so many who have given up. So thank you, every one of you who have joined us today. And I pray for Okocha Marcel that from grace to grace, God will continue protecting you and preserve you for us.
Amen.
So that you can keep giving us diluted word for us. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the love. And I hope very soon I will still come and speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a very nice evening. All right. And you viewers, thank you so much. And we are calling it a day.